Hi everybody, this is Diane. I finished cutting all of the pages and collating them for my 3 Christmas journals. Last night I took a piece of fabric that I had recently bought, and I actually forgot about it. But I remembered it the other night and had to look for it. And it was this fabric that has all these applique pieces that you would put on tote bags and sweatshirts. And I haven't finished cutting them out, but I have a few cut out. I was thinking about applying this to this cover just to give it a little embellishment, but I still want to keep the deer very, very visible. But I like that. I think it makes a nice accent on that. So I'll probably end up gluing that there. Now I am working on ephemera today. I have been taking all of these images that I had saved from books. This is from that giant greeting card. I just cut it, and it had this on the front, and I think this was on the back or on the inside. And I made tags out of them, journal cards out of these images from a Christmas craft book. And a children's reader, there was a section on Christmas stories, and even though the colors are the same throughout the whole book, they're orange and black and a little bit of blue. Not exactly Christmassy, but the images are Christmassy and the text is. So I just Christmas-sizing them by adding a little bit of trim. And this was from a different book with a silhouette of the reindeer pulling the sleigh. A Christmas craft book. There's another one with the children wrapping gifts. And this, I think, was the front of a Christmas card. It's lightly embossed. It's very delicate. And it's just beautiful. It's kind of on parchment paper type of paper. So you can see I have cut these out and glued them to a paper that can be journaled on and sewed around them and then added some sort of trim or fabric to them. So they're all ready to go in journals. Probably these are too big for this journal, but I have this little card and this one. I don't know if this one's a little too big to be a pocket, but it could be a card. So I might use these cards in this journal. This one is definitely going in this one because it is the right size for it, and I even picked out where it will go. I'm going to put it right there. So this is the first element to be glued into the Christmas journals. I wasn't planning on doing, like adding them actually into the journals at this point. I just wanted to get a bunch made, but I don't want to forget where this one goes. It's too tall to go in any of the other journals, and I liked it on this color. And this is from a craft book. It had this, I cut around that poinsettia and then I glued it to red cardstock. And I don't even know what that was to be, what the craft was. Looks like an applique and maybe some embroidery, I don't know. But there we have a pocket. I'm going to add tabs that I punched out to some of these cards. That one, and that one, and that one. So I just used my Stampin' Up! Punch to punch these out of red cardstock. This one I added a piece of that fabric applique. they're going out to cut trees, so that's a little piece of a tree. I do have some pieces of a heavy parchment looking cardstock cut, ready to make some tags out of. So we'll work on that too. This is my best day this week to get a lot done down here. I didn't have to go anywhere except I got my hair trimmed and I walked. It's, I don't know how many blocks away I had to walk, but not far. And it only took 20 minutes to get my hair trimmed, so. And I just have stuff going on every other day. Like the one day I didn't was Friday. I didn't have anything scheduled for Friday, but I have to make cinnamon rolls because my sisters are coming over to hang out on my new enclosed front porch. We've been talking about hanging out on my front porch since I moved. And now it's autumn, and they like cinnamon rolls. They like the homemade cinnamon rolls. So I promised them cinnamon rolls, and they're coming over Saturday, so I want to get those made on Friday. And my friend messaged me. I think I talked about that in the video I made earlier today. Said she's coming to my area Friday and wondered if I would want to go to lunch with her. So I will be doing that. And I don't know how long she plans on hanging out. She hasn't seen my place, so I'm assuming she's going to come see my house. So anyway, I have to take my dad to an appointment tomorrow. So this is the best day to accomplish some work. I think I wanted to, yeah, I wonder if these are too tall. If I put a pocket in there, I think it would be okay. I know the glue takes up some space, but I think that's a good size for this journal. Anyway, I just thought this would be the best day for just really cranking some stuff out down here today. Not sure which way that went. I think it goes, no, it goes that way. It's hard to tell when they both sides have the same look to them. But it would be funky if I didn't. If that looks good. So I'll just do this. If I didn't flip that triangle over the right way, it would not be symmetrical. I should probably just wait. Should have waited to do the corners till after I had done the backgrounds. Because I know some of them I want to glue some tissue paper to. But it's just a small piece of tissue paper, so I can't do a lot. And it's got some tears in it. But I want to use this. So I will glue with glue stick. And hopefully it'll stick. I will probably sew around it once the glue dries. And I'll have to see what I have to collage on here. I didn't even look to see. Oh, I've got all those elements that Emily sent me from Simple Stories, from her Dear Santa collection. I'll look at those. It's kind of nice having limited supplies right now, because I sold all of my Christmas stuff last year after I made Christmas journals. And then Emily sent me a whole bunch of Simple Stories stuff that she had designed. She's Polka Dot Pixels on YouTube and Etsy. I thought this would be sturdier than it is. That's okay. And what she sent me included some really, really neat Christmas stuff, like these little layered elements that I love. So all of those, and then I thought, and these are stickers, they're chipboard stickers, and this was attached to it. And I thought these were brads, but they're actually, they do call them brads, but they call them self-adhesive brads, so they don't have the prongs. So they're not really brads. But she gave me all of this stuff, and I said, okay, I have to make Christmas journals next year, just so I can use the stuff Emily gave me. But these will be fun. And I have to go back and look and see if she does have a digital kit called Dear Santa, because she often has a digital kit that goes along with these Simple Stories. These might be a little wide for, these are bigger than I thought they would be, but some of them are narrow. Oh, I want to get some milk bottle caps out too. Yeah, so some of these are small enough, and then these are smaller too. And these might be tags might be a good way to use these because they're thick. They're chipboard and they're pretty thick. But you can pull the tag out to write on it, so it shouldn't bother it. I could put one of these right here. Okay, I'm going to go get my milk bottle caps. That's a cool one. Looks like, I don't know if it is snow, but it almost looks like snow. I wonder if I have any eggnog ones. Nope, but that's red and green. That's red and green, but it's cherry flavor. There's a red one for cream. Skim milk, red and green. I think I used up all the eggnog ones last year. I'm going to try not to use the cherry ones. I think I have enough. I mean, I'm not counting them, but how many do I need in each journal? What else do I have here? So I could put this at the top instead of that. I think that says eggnog on it. That's what made me remember to go get my milk bottle caps. I could put that there, or this, I'm not sure, or a smaller one. I think I want to use those for something else, so I think I'll put these on it. And I have these pieces cut from gift wrap too. Maybe I'll use that. That's too small. cuts ready to use. It's too big for that tag, but I'll pull it out. Might be able to use it for something else. I think I'm going to have to do more die cuts, but not right now. So that would look cute if I did it with a smaller die. I could put that on there. And that one with a little, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a little Santa Claus. He's just filled a stocking and he's going to hang it on the tree. All right, I am going to go cut this, so I'm going to edit that part out. Okay, I just looked up and noticed that my camera was moved. I must have kicked it, either coming or going, and I don't know which. So I don't know how much I have to delete out. But I will just tell you, I cut 2 different sizes, hoping that this size would fit, and it did just right. And then I glued this gift wrap piece that I cut out, and I'm looking for a reinforcement that's already cut, and this is the only red one I have, or else a gear, and I don't want to use a gear, so I'm going to use this. I can cut more another time, but I don't want to go away and cut more. And I could just use my regular reinforcements and color them red, but I guess I just got stuck on using these all the time because they're cute and fun. And then I'll tie some seam binding through there. Oh, I've got that right above my head. That looks nice and bright and cheery. I might sew around it with red thread. I'll take the seam binding back out to sew around it and put it back on, but I think that's really fun. I like that. I have more of those pieces to cut out, but I don't think I have any more cut out down here. These would be fun though. These are cut from the scrapbook paper. Oh, there's another one cut from a different roll of wrapping paper. I guess I just did one of each last night. Then I got started on the fabrics. Let's see how that would look on this. I like that. So, all right, we're gonna make another one. And I'll do one for the small journal too. I was starting to say I don't think I finished my thought, but it's kind of fun to be making these without a ton of supplies, because I sold all my supplies, including my rubber stamps and stencils, because I didn't want to make Christmas journals anymore, and I explained why I was making them this year, because I wanted to use Emily's wonderful supplies. But I don't want to go buy new stamps and stencils and everything, but Emily gave me some stencils along with these supplies. She included 2 Christmas stencils, and I did buy a stamp for, I think, $1 at the craft booth. So it's like a greenery bow. It's not a big stamp. And I kept 2 stamps, the ones that I bought from Lorna Taylor, because she's my friend. So I do have 3 Christmas stamps. But anyway, it's just nice. I'm not using digital papers and not a lot of scrapbook paper. I only had a few random sheets, except for the pad I did buy from the craft. I paid $5 from that craft booth also. But I'm not using, I don't want all the papers that are in it, so I feel limited. And I know I still have a lot of stuff, but I have a lot of vintage stuff. And I'm having fun trying to create with what I have. So let's see. I like this one with Santa and his reindeer. Does that need to be on something a little darker? There's black wires, so I think if I backed him with black, that would set him up very nicely. And for this, I'm going to trim the orange part just a little bit narrower so I can put black behind it. So this was part of that paper pad I just showed you, and it was a sheet full of these squares. I cut them out, obviously. And there's also a sheet of circles with Santa Claus in them, so I used a 1.5-inch paper punch and punched some of those out. It just barely fits on there. I can use those milk pogs on the edges of pages for like a tab. They're so cute. I'll have to add the reinforcements later. So I've got 3 tags done. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on because I like it. I had to think about it for a bit, but I like it. Maybe I need it like this. Make sure I'm positioning it just right. I want the knot to be on that trim, and I don't want the edge of the bow to go over, so I have to tilt it just right. Okay, now, of course, I'll be making more tags and more cards probably, but I also have these kinds of sheets to include in the pockets and photos. I want to start looking at pages and seeing what I need. Because I want to make sure I get to use some of Emily's stuff. So what would I put on the front here? Like I know on this one I put a pocket on the back side of it. So I'm not sure what I'll do on the front of this. I could put a pocket on both sides, but I don't typically do that. But I could put a pocket. I would like something fun to look at because that's what the first thing you're going to see when you open this cover. So I wonder if I could put one of these right on the front cover. If I can pick them up. I saw something with bingo on it. Oh, I have the bingo. It was this I was looking at with the Viewmaster reel. So I would have to have something bigger to put. I know. I want to emboss some cardstock. So I could do embossed cardstock. That's something else I'm going to have to do at my cutting table over there. I'll try not to kick the camera this time. So I use this folder that looks like a cable knit sweater. Isn't that cool? I don't think I've ever used it before. And I'm not sure where I bought it. I don't remember. But it says Richard Gray, or Richard Garay, G-A-R-A-Y, Make Amazing Happen. So I don't remember that brand. I don't know that brand. I don't remember where I bought that. And I see right here a little hole. Sometimes I knew it was a very tight fit through my big shot. It was very tight, so I was wondering if it would cut holes in it. And the only hole I see is right in that, on the frame part. So just to stabilize that, the whole thing, I don't want it to be weak. So I'm going to back it onto cardstock, another piece of cardstock. This is kind of a thin one. I could even use blue because there's blue in this paper, but I'm going to go with red. So I came in without a plan, except I knew I wanted to use the tissue paper. That's all I knew I wanted to do. So you're watching me make these creative decisions in real time. My cutting, there, this was just out of my reach under my table. Now I've lost my piece. I took it over there with me. So this could just be glued on there, make it simple. I could put the pocket here or make it a tag pocket, which I think I'll make it a tag pocket, and that way I can add some trim without interfering here. I should have added the trim before I start adding pockets. I love that sweater pattern, the knit pattern. I could have done more of a collage there, but I'm keeping these rather simple. The journals themselves. Just want to see how this fits in height-wise. I don't think I'll put this one in here because it's two patterns against each other, but I think that's a good size. Wondering where I could use that tag. Could be nice here, but then I'd have pockets back to back. It just makes the page bulky, but I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? There's a little kid. Are the presents open? Yeah, it looks like the presents have been opened. And he's sitting in a chair. Oh, it's a baby. He's sitting in a chair with a teddy bear. There are cards on the Christmas tree. And here's this nice envelope. I don't really want to start filling it with ephemera, but I don't know, I guess I do. So this is just, it was probably a money card in there, but I'll just put that in there. Might put some paper inside the envelope for journaling. So what kind of pocket do I want to put on the front, if any, because I have this pocket on the back. Maybe I'll just put this on the front. Gonna get something to back that with. Okay, I wanted a thin paper, but I don't have any more red or green of the thin paper. So, of the, you know, like the copy paper. So I have this lightly patterned paper. So that would be cute on there, I think. And I need to trim this. I guess just cut off that red band at the bottom. And I can embellish it with another one of Emily's pieces. Can put that on there and make it a tiny little tuck spot. How about that? Then we'll have a little pocket there, but I want to make sure that I can put a trim on the edge. I'm going to put the trim on it right now. I have to find something. I have this little red fringe. Goes that way. can put that on, and it doesn't matter if it goes over the trim a little bit. Just gluing on 2 of the edges so it can be a tuck spot. Very cute. I like that page. It is starting to look like a Christmas journal. You would make a cute tuck spot, but I don't want to cover the back of it, showing it was a Christmas Club advertising card. But I could tuck him in a pocket. I want it to be bigger than that. I'll have to find something to make a pocket to put him in. I think he's really cute. I wonder how old this is. But I think I'm going to have to call it a day down here for now. And I should have some time down here in the morning before my dad's appointment. I think his appointment's in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.